Hey guys, welcome back in. Since we spent the last two episodes doing things that were more story related, I figured here we will just take a look around the Normandy, try to speak to everyone, get their thoughts on everything that has been happening. I especially want to talk to Liara since everything happened with her mom, and then probably head back to the Citadel. I've been meaning to do that for a while now and go clear up some side mission stuff. And then we will take another look around some systems that we haven't explored yet and see what we can do there. Probably clear up more assignments as we go. So let's talk to Caden, my least favorite companion. So let's start with him.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Absolutely.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying. Try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
This a personal observation, Caden?
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
If you mean my interest in you, you absolutely have. You mean Liara? I kind of want to choose that one. What's this about Liara?
You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together, but yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady, to my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You jealous, Caden?
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
Too worried.
We don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
It's not like that.
Look, there's nothing between Liara and me. What's the real issue here, Caden?
You're right. Sorry. It wasn't, Liara's not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that.
Good.
It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
You're talking about a particular example, aren't you?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Experts?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Yeah, why not ask the Asari?
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told
Sounds
him
like a
to get
fun
this
guy.
anymore. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to New Beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
Okay, I don't see how your story relates to me, though.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Yeah, you're assuming a lot here, buddy.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static too, I guess. If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Heavy static, Caden. It was a full blackout on my end, buddy.
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
Okay, that was awkward. Is that just his thing? If you're too nice to him, he assumes that you want to date him? I've got nothing against Caden. Very nice character. I enjoy talking to him. But he's just boring compared to everybody else, so I leave him at home. Laura, I heard you have a crush on me. You want to talk about it?
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Did she really, though? The poor woman was brainwashed.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Any new dialogue? No. Well, actually, can I ask new things about Benezia now?
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Yeah, I really am sorry.
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Is there anything new I can learn about Sari?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species.
Okay, no, I think this is the same thing she gave me before.
Other species.
It is.
I should go.
Oh, wait.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I want to go back to the conversation.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me more about
Maybe we
you.
could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and
There
making
it
a fool
is.
of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Yeah, we don't live that long, so we probably
We
do.
don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
150?
That is true. At first I thought that
seems
was a
too
weakness
old.
of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you
That
want.
seems reasonable.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You could have just asked.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I
Aww.
wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the
What?
Protheans.
Shepard, not that
I
tone.
admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
Absolutely
The
not.
lieutenant and I are just friends.
I don't even know where
Nothing
he
more.
got that
My
idea.
mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Aww. I love Liara, and I think she's an amazing character. but I kind of just want to be her friend for now. Because I know you can probably romance her in 2 and 3, so maybe I'll change my mind when those two roll around, but for right now, I kind of just love her as a friend.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Shepard, they need to add friend zoning to your skill tree. I'm sorry, Liara. I love you. I take a bullet for you. You're my bestie. But that's it for right now. Aw, poor Liara. Yeah, we're just gonna friend zone everybody this episode. Feel bad though. I do really love Liara, and maybe I'll change my mind when the 2nd or 3rd game rolls around. Yeah, I think she's lovely, but I'm not interested. I will make a loop. I'll talk to Tali first, and then I'll wrap back around and leave Rex for last. Tali, how you doing?
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
You seem to be feeling
Good to see you
better.
smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is.
Aww.
I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
I'm sure you
We've still
will.
got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
She's
So are
royalty.
you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself.
Never say never.
Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
I wouldn't call it preferential treatment. She probably had to jump through a lot of hoops.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Yeah, you're helping me save the galaxy. Is that not good enough for
The work
them?
you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I will help you with anything you need. Let's ask about
What
her
was your
dad.
father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Ooh. What about your mom?
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Alright. I pretty much asked her about the rest of these.
I should go.
See you later.
I'm glad she's feeling better. You got anything new to tell me,
Hey,
Adams?
Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
We've already
I'll
talked
tell her
about
to leave
this.
you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as... She's got a real knack for technology, that one.
Yeah, we've already
I can
talked
see why
to
you wanted her to come
him
along.
about this.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, later, Adams. Okay, let's talk to Garrus, my favorite companion, though Liara is a close second. She has moved up the ranks. Sorry,
Commander,
Rex.
Good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Yeah, is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
I'm really interested. Tell me more.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
It's gross, but I'm interested.
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but
Okay.
that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Okay, that's a bit too much information. I can do some math there. So what happened to the doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
Oh, that's messed up.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell
You're over
happened?
here telling me a cold
He
case?
blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
They are idiots.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Yeah, if you were worried about the hostages, they would have had more of a chance if you had stopped him then. Garrus is 100% right.
Some casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
I want to know more about the
Do you have
doctor.
any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
Can I find him?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Let's go.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I'm gonna be there when you find him.
I love how all the other companions are telling me about their home life and their emotional issues and bonding with me. And then there's just Garrus and his true crime episodes. I love it. I hope he has more in store for me.
Commander?
How you doing, Ashley?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute.
You can have him. He's on the market.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Tell me about your family.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
More questions. That's about
Did your
Dad.
father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Aw.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Your dad was gone a lot. Tell me about
Sounds
it.
like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vidmails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Oh no.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
One of my options is bored now.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Of course not. That's a dumb question.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
How are we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
Dismissed, Chief.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of Ashley's thoughts on aliens. I do understand the caution, though. You know what, Ashley? I like you. You're well above Caden in my ranking. You're like next to him at the bottom tier, but I still like you. Before I even go any further, let's give Tally that new armor. Is this it? This is it. Nice. It's pretty in red. Glad I picked up the armor. Rex, how you doing?
What do you want, Shepard?
Personal inquiries.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Like?
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Okay.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a
Your
crush,
father?
well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Completely understandable. I want to ask about your
You must
family
have
more.
family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Let's go find it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
See, people are bonding with me, giving me their backstories, asking me for stuff, and then there's just Garrus over there. Hey, you want to hear about this urban legend body snatcher I never found? We're definitely gonna go look for that body snatcher, though, because that's just too interesting of a story to pass up on. Did I ask Caden how he felt about the last mission, or did I just reject him and run away? I'll double check before we head to the map. Hey, Caden! Got a question.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal input?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Okay.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Or maybe I should ask him about tactical appraisals?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Oh, okay, that's what it
Captain
is.
Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alright. Still let her go. Nothing's gonna change that. And I'm happy I did so. Okay, so let's go to the map and take a quick trip to the Citadel and clear up some stuff that has to be done there. I have to go talk to the Rear Admiral. There was someone else in the Citadel. We'll figure it out. Okay, I've checked this planet, or the system, and I think, okay, Asgard, and then I've already checked Utopia. Is there anywhere else that I need to be worried about? No. Okay, so that clears that up. So let's head to the Citadel. Talk to the Rear Admiral, and there was one other thing that I know had to be done that is slipping my mind. I'll look at the journal when we land. I'm quiet because I'm trying to think. Remember at some point. Let's check the journal really quick. Race against time. Saren searching for the conduit. Okay, assignments. Rex, Garrus, Rogue AI. Oh, we can go to the moon. That's why the Milky Way was available to us. Area. Someone thinks the doctor's located in the Newton system. Solarian ID tags. Almost. Oh, okay. Had to go talk to this man again and tell him to go seek help from the Veterans Office. And I think that was it for the Citadel. Missing brother, still have to do that. Scan the keepers, there's 3 of them left. Biotic communion, okay. Strange activity in the Hydra system. Okay. Is it worth stopping now? Because actually, where's that guy's brother located? Because we could go ahead and do that and try to find his brother. And we could also go find the Hades Gamma Cluster team. Hostage. Missing Marines. Okay. Search the Strenuous system. Okay. Actually, let's go do a couple of things out in space if we can clear some stuff up real quick. That way we can just talk to multiple people when we come back to the Citadel. Alright. Argos, Gemini, Hades Gamma. There's a lot going on in Hades Gamma we need to check out. The Voyager, Armstrong Nebula, Attican, Kepler, Strix, Hawking, Sentry. Am I missing one? I guess not. Oh, let's just check out Hades Gamma really quick. Okay. Atreus. Or, I know what that was. Dis. Okay, there's only 3 systems in here. Let's go to this one first. Yeah, so my logic is do a couple more things out in space and see if any of those lead back to the Citadel. That way we can limit the amount of trips that we have to take to the Citadel walking around. Though I do love the Citadel, especially getting in elevators, because not only do you get an update on things that you've done in-game, but it's the perfect time to get some followers together that don't normally, They don't normally get to interact and make them talk to each other. The Ontario is a class module convoyer human design configured to mix freight and passenger hauling. It's making a hard burn for cover of the asteroid cluster. Should we be concerned about that? It looks cool, so I want to land on it. I haven't taken Rex anywhere in a while. So let's do Rex. And... no. Sorry, Ashley. Tali. Nope. I see enemies right off the bat. So before we do that, let's check everyone's points. Tali, I haven't seen you in a while. Shotguns unlocked. Advanced marksmanship. I would like to get her hacking up because I don't have access to hacking. Do that. And I'll hold on to these last 2 points for her for a second. Okay, this is supposed to be Rex's. I'll give him the shotgun. And then give Tali this one. Hold up. I don't use pistols either. I don't know why I'm checking. Give Tali that one. Okay, this is the exact same as the one I'm using, so Tali can borrow that. Let's use Medgel recharge bonus, tech cooldown, shield. Okay, let's do that one. Give that to Tali. Barty switched out his shotgun. Yes. Let's see. Omni tool. Okay. Biotic. Okay, sweet. Now let's continue forth. If I could just get this door to open. There we go. Checking all the surroundings. What is that? Biotic terrorist.
Kill the hostage.
Oh. Hello, please back up. Alright. Can I get up? Alright. You'll be okay, Rex. Oh. Alright, let me up. This is ridiculous. Come on. Up, up, up. Please die. Switch out. There's the other one. Alright, gotta figure out how to turn that off. Guessing it's this way. Something on the map up ahead. Please be the correct
See
direction.
how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
I should have brought Caden. He would have had some insight here.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
Just let him go.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Oh, that was solved fairly quickly.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Okay, I'm glad that worked out. What else can I do in here? I'll take that. Oh, that was my bad. Let's do this again. Anything else? No, excuse me, Rex. Okay, nothing else in here. Yeah, I'm surprised that worked out. Because, I mean, I did just walk in here, kill his friends, and really didn't say that anything would happen. I mean, the chairman promised they would get change, but that's not guaranteed. But hey, if it works out, it works out. Okay, I guess I just leave now. That was fairly simple. Alright. Come on, team, we're out of here. Yeah, that went by very quickly. Which I guess is a good thing. Then not all missions take about 20 minutes.
Message coming in.
Oh.
Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay. So we're good for the Ontario. Let's check here. Survey. Scans revealed a derelict freighter in the mid-stage of orbital decay. Your salvage team boarded the vessel and determined they had been attacked by raiders. There was little value on board, but the team did find a Prothean data disk. Sweet, okay. Scanning this planet, you detected a large deposit of thorium on a nearby moon. And nothing else for this planet, or this system, actually. And the other part is over here. So we are cutting it close on time, so I might just look at these planets, do an overview of them, and see if there is anywhere we can land. Titanium on a nearby moon. Ooh, I can land here. Castle thin atmosphere, average level. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping they would encourage human rivals to invest in the costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. I wonder if our Batarian friend who escaped might be there. Okay, let's check. These last two planets. Scans of the planet revealed an old, unmanned shuttle. Your salvage team found Turian goods on board, all marked with the Trident colony symbol, or insignia. Okay, cool. Another thing that has to be collected. Is there anything worth landing here for? I would hope we would be able to run to the Batarian that got away, because I would very much like him dead, but I feel like he would be part of an actual storyline. Okay, let's see. Let's do Garrus and Liara. Awesome. Let's see what the map has in store. Alright, Syndicate hideout, anomaly, there's something beside it, crash escape pod, and debris. just turn around and head in this direction. Okay. Got to avoid the massive cracks in the ground if I can, because they slow me down. But I probably can't. I do see enemies up ahead. At least I think that's enemies. Let me just get out and survey the land. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of plutonium, or platinum, my bad. Ooh, that was a lot of money. Okay. I will continue to survey as much as possible. Hello, how are you? Right in the middle of them. Let's just kill you, and you're still alive. No, you're not. What is this? Syndicate hideout. Okay. For the sake of time, I wonder if it's worth... I'll be right back, Syndicate. Yeah. I'll leave that for a second. I would prefer to go and check this stuff out, and then I'll come back and handle whatever's going on with the Syndicate. Come on, Mako, you can do it. Oh, what is this? Damaged escape pod. There are footprints leading away from the escape pod, but no sign of any survivors. Which direction are the footprints going? Can I check that? I guess not. At least I don't see where I can check that. Okay. Let's climb up this mountain. Come on. No, don't fail me now. Oh, come on. You've been doing so well. And now you've disappointed me. After everything we've been through, you choose now to not be able to climb a hill. Oh, come on, don't get stuck. There we go. So close. Oh, is this the person that left the footprints? Mummified Solarian. Long Dead Traveler, Liga 1 medallion. Where found it, what he was trying to do was unclear. I hope he was the one that came from the escape pod, because then otherwise, I'm missing a dead body. And then there's debris and... Let me make sure I've got this right. Yeah, okay. It's popped up on the map now. It's good to know the Mako is roll-proof. What is that, a shiny piece of ice or something sticking out of the ground? My bad, it was just a shiny piece of ice. Oh, don't fall. There you go. Alright, let's get this debris. And then we'll head back to the Syndicate's hiding spot. I'll take all of that. Alright, back to the car. Oh, Shepard, you okay? Alright. No hill can stop Commander Shepard. And the Syndicate should be up ahead. Let me actually... Should I double check and make sure this isn't something that I need someone specific for? Krogan armor, Garrus. Head 2 coordinates, Herschel system, Kepler. Okay. I'm nowhere near that, so I'm not concerned with that. Family armor, Agros row. Okay. This might not be someone that I had to bring something specific along for. At least I hope not. But I don't think so. Let me in. Alright. Oh. Okay. Are these Solarians? I think so. One more. Awesome. Okay. So they're all gone now. Nope. Let's see something else on the map. Anything I should be concerned about looking at? Are you dead? No. Are you dead? No. Are you? There's still a... No. Really? God. Where'd you go? Okay, still not dead. Now you're dead. Helena was right. These guys had quite the operation going. But that's all going to change. One down and one more to go. Okay, so this was Helena's whole deal. Her former business partners that she no longer wants to work with. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure she's not a good person at all and is going to try to kill me after this. But as long as she pays me beforehand... she's welcome to try. Take all of that. Ooh, I can open all of these. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Awesome, gotta level up. Let's go see where that other door takes us, and then we can get off of this planet. Does this not go anywhere? That looks weird. Okay, shoot it. Just shot Liara. Okay, don't know why that opened, but I can't do anything about it. Is that something over there? No, that's a rock. Okay, don't see anything else here. So I guess we can just head on out. We've taken down one of Helena's former business partners, and now I need to look at the journal and figure out where the other one is, and then after that she wants us to meet her at some different location, not the Citadel where we first met her. But she's going to give us a new set of coordinates, where she's probably going to try to lead us to our deaths. But we'll see. Alright. Let's head on back to the Normandy, because I think we've cleared up everything here. Yes. And I'll put this on my list of planets that I need to come back to and check for different deposits, because they are worth a good amount of money, so I don't want to leave any behind if possible. Alright, what else? Did we already scan the rest of this solar system? Yes, we did. Okay. Since we've already done that, I'm going to end the episode here and then pick back off. We will explore more galaxies, probably do more side stuff for a little bit, because I don't want to jump straight into more story stuff and then hit a point of no return where we can't finish off any assignments. I don't know if that's even anytime soon, but I definitely want to clear up assignments before focusing, or at least a couple of assignments before getting back to main mission stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to you guys joining me again. That way we can get through more of the story, we can finish up more side quest stuff, we can go find that body snatcher that Garrus is concerned about, because that is the assignment that I'm looking forward to the most. So we'll definitely try to do that in the next episode. So I hope you guys join me next time around. Thank you so much.